There are moments when Earth is no longer a safe haven, not monsters, not wars, but Mother Nature herself. The kindest force of all becomes the most terrifying destroyer. A tornado screaming through the sky, a fire twisting in the demonic dance of the devil, or towering waves as high as mountains, crashing down and swallowing entire cities within minutes. Have you ever imagined standing face to face with a flaming vortex hundreds of meters high? Or watching helplessly as a silent tsunami approaches, with no way to escape? Tonight, we enter a living nightmare. A place where every natural disaster doesn't just destroy everything in its path, it buries humanity's deepest fears. These are the 5 most horrifying natural disasters ever recorded. Are you ready just to face the wrath of nature? 1. Fire tornado. When flames come alive, some natural phenomena don't need to happen often to haunt humanity. Just once is enough to leave an eternal scar, a terrifying reminder from nature itself. Fire tornado, it sounds like a myth, but it's real. It forms when 3 deadly elements align: intense fire, extreme heat, and powerful updraft winds. Then, a fiery column spirals upward, sometimes reaching hundreds of meters into the sky. With wind speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour and temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius, the fire tornado becomes an unstoppable spinning inferno, hurling debris and igniting everything in its path. Eyewitnesses have called it a vortex from hell, where nothing remains but scorched earth and smoke. In 1871, in the town of Peshtigo, USA, what is believed to be a fire tornado destroyed over 6,000 hectares of forest and wiped out nearly 2,000 buildings, all in just a few hours. And the scariest part? Fire tornadoes are nearly impossible to predict or record, as they often last only a few minutes. But their aftermath can last for generations. Rare, fleeting, but terrifyingly real. This is the fire tornado. 2. Tsunami, the power lurking beneath the ocean. Vast, tranquil, eternal, or so it seems. But beneath the waves lies a force that can reshape human history in minutes. Tsunamis don't roar when they're born. There's no storm, no wind, just silence. Then suddenly, a massive wall of water rises, swallowing everything in its path. This phenomenon is triggered by sudden shifts in tectonic plates deep beneath the seafloor. An undersea earthquake or volcanic eruption can launch billions of tons of seawater toward land at speeds up to 800 kilometers per hour, faster than a jet plane. In 2004, a massive earthquake beneath the Indian Ocean unleashed a tsunami that swept across 14 countries, leaving long-lasting impacts on lives, cities, and coastlines. Entire coastal communities vanished in mere moments. What makes the tsunamis so terrifying is not just their power, but the silence that comes before them. When you see it, it may already be too late. A single wave. No warning, no mercy, yet strong enough to redraw the map of the world. 3. Tornado, nature's real-life death spiral. Have you ever seen a giant funnel descend from the sky, spinning wildly, creeping toward you with unstoppable force? That's not a movie scene. It's one of Earth's most terrifying weather events. A tornado, formed by the violent clash of rising warm air and sinking cold air. Tornadoes spin at speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour, with diameters stretching kilometers wide. They tear across land and sometimes even appear over the sea, becoming waterspouts. What makes tornadoes so haunting is their unpredictability. They form quickly, strike suddenly, and leave no time to prepare. When they hit, everything caught in their vortex is lifted, shredded, or erased. Trucks hurled through the air, roofs peeled off like paper, trees ripped from the ground, entire neighborhoods flattened in minutes. They may last only a short time, but their scars can remain for years. You can't run from a tornado. Only hope you're not in its path. 4. Sandstorm, the silent killer of the desert. No sound, no warning. Then suddenly, the sky turns blood red. You can't breathe, can't see, and have no idea where you are. That's when a sandstorm hits. Billions of microscopic dust particles are swept up by powerful winds, forming a towering wall that can reach tens of meters high and stretch across hundreds of kilometers, swallowing the horizon whole. These storms are common in arid regions like the Sahara Desert, the Middle East, Iran, and India. As they approach, temperatures spike, the air becomes scorching, and fine dust invades your lungs, causing breathing difficulty, dizziness, and total disorientation. In 525 BC, an entire Egyptian army of 50,000 soldiers reportedly vanished into the desert, buried by a monstrous sandstorm during a military campaign. What makes sandstorms truly terrifying is their silence. No roaring winds, no signs, just an invisible wall, and then nothing. You won't see, you won't hear, and you won't know what direction is safe. A formless predator. One sweep and all traces disappear. 5. Earthquake. When the earth itself trembles. Can you believe that the ground beneath your feet, the very thing you trust most, can tear apart like paper in mere seconds? Earthquakes are the Earth's deadliest whispers. When massive tectonic plates deep beneath us shift suddenly after centuries of silent pressure, unleashing unimaginable force in an instant. The shaking can be as subtle as a breeze, or as violent as a blow from a mythical titan, measuring anywhere from 2 to over 9 on the Richter scale, with anything above 7 considered devastating. You'll never know when it strikes, but when it does, buildings split, roads crumble, entire cities tremble like drums in the hands of a giant. In 2008, a catastrophic quake in Sichuan, China claimed the lives of over 250,000 people, left millions homeless, and scarred a nation's soul. What's truly terrifying isn't just the initial destruction, it's the aftershocks that follow, the lingering trauma, and the haunting silence that remains long after the shaking stops. When the very earth turns against you, what's left to hold on to? Every natural disaster carries its own horror. Tsunamis, silent yet unstoppable. Earthquakes, shaking the world in seconds. Fire tornadoes, like monsters born from hellfire, consuming all in their path. We don't get to choose what we'll face, but one thing is certain. When Mother Nature unleashes her fury, no place is truly safe. Have you ever lived through a natural disaster? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might one day help someone survive. And if this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because tomorrow, the next storm might come for your world.